Yeah. This is my second take recording this video because the first time I wasn't recording. Uh, anyway, other than that, I'm gonna start with saying that I completely ripped this idea from one of my good friends, Lucy Offline Lotus. So I'll link her video. It's really cool, but I had a lot of thoughts too. So those are the ones that I'm gonna put out there. I'm gonna start with the reason why she made her video. And that's the Feinberg thread in suggestions about sending or about removing eyes from the port. And I think largely everyone agreed that's not a great idea. But I think the problem with that I have, sorry, is why people agreed on it. In my opinion, we shouldn't change that because there's a better solution, and that's just removing first two eye breaks because there's no point on like if it's a two eye like on low pearl seeds is the main argument for eyes in the portal is that like you can throw an extra pearl to chords and then you're kind of sending a one eye to zero, but you're not really because you also don't know how many pearls you need for zero. And you can still zero with less than enough pearls. Like there's a lot of shit when it goes into that. But anyway, the idea some people or like the thing that I heard being thrown around a lot was that we shouldn't change anything in ranked that's just like normal in Minecraft. And I think that's a really, really bad line of thinking to have because in my opinion, ranked just isn't Minecraft anymore. This is just a different game. RSG, ranked, Minecraft, these are just three different things. Like they all share a kind of freaky cube-based game underneath them. But like RSG, the skill set you build in RSG is not the same as you build in ranked, and Minecraft is just completely different from both. It's a lot more similar to RSG than it is to ranked, but ranked is just so different. So I do think we should be able to change things, and I think we do. Like there's so many things in ranked that are things in ranked that are already changed that if weren't changed, people would like have like fucking twit longer debates about right now. If second eye like sometimes broke, then people would be talking about how like we should standardize or we shouldn't remove eye breaks for whatever reason because eye breaks are a cool mechanic in Minecraft because it's cool because the eye pops and it's like the particles, you know, and I like looking at the particles. Um, but yeah, there's not a lot of argument for it. It, I think the problem as well was that a lot of people don't realize that like sending a one eye doesn't really affect anyone that much except for the people at the very tippy top of the leaderboard. Like for somebody that is 50th queuing into because I was top 50 queuing, um, it is objectively correct if the eye breaks to send the eye because it's a 70% chance that they gain 35 elo or lose 5. They have no incentive to wait for another rod. And like the one eye is the stupidest gamble because you have no information. I think that's why that's why Feinberg and that's why I have such a big problem with it is that you have literally zero information about the seed at all. You don't know how many you don't know how many frames are going to be in the portal, and you don't know when the seventh rod is going to drop anyway. It's the dumbest gamble because everything that you're gambling on, you have like no information. Every other gamble is like slightly informed at the very least. This is just a complete blind throw. Like, it's just like rolling dice. And if you hit like 7 out of 10 chance, you just win. Um, I mean, sometimes you don't even win because the seventh rod drops directly after, so you lose like no time. But then again, for whoever's 50th, queuing Infume is still just -5, and they go about their day. and then they do it again later, and then they 7x what they lost. And it's shit. Um, the other thing, not the other thing, the next thing I was going to talk about is obviously the two biggest RNG things, and the ones that should be killed with fire. Perch and Woodlight are the two things that are just minutes of time loss for no reason. Like, zero skill reason sometimes. Because it's just fully a dice roll. It's just fully a dice roll. And it's bizarre to me that I see people argue for this ever. I can't believe it because it's so unbelievably stupid. A lot of people say like the charm of ranked is that like there's some luck and like that's like a fun part about MCSR and like that's the whole that's like the gimmick. That's the not the gimmick. Like so that's like the cool thing that MCSR is the fact that sometimes you can just get lucky and sometimes you can just not. And I saw a tweet that was like, um, I hate seeing people complain about like luck go speedrun a different game and all of the best moments in MCSR come from luck. And that just unbelievable take in my opinion. Like, sure, I guess some cool shit happened because of RNG. Like, Loki sent a 1-9 playoffs. That was insane. Like everybody fucking lost it. That was so cool. And like Loki again got like world record of 6 for 6 rates. It was like the 4 time wasn't even that fast. It's just like he just got lucky and like wow, it's world record, right? And I guess like anything RSG is lucky, like you know, Skycloud got a looting 3 sword. That's pretty lucky. Aquacord rolled a Bastion a couple of times. You know, there's just like a lot of things. But uh it's just like not it's just not like the best part of MCSR at all. Like it's not even close in my opinion. Like MCSR is the coolest game in the world, I think. Maybe that's just because I don't play other games, but it's fucking awesome. And the fact that some people think that the best part about this game is that sometimes you just drop everything and fucking try to pull uh Queen of Spades or whatever the fuck is insane because like you can go roll dice for fun and then cheer every time you get like a 12, like rolling 2 dice. Obviously, I'm not fucking stupid. Um, like rolling 2 6-sided dice, and you can like cheer every time you get a 12. That's exciting, I guess. If you find that exciting, go for it. What's exciting about this game to me is the fact that it's been like multiple years and we just keep continually pushing this game to its limits and like breaking boundaries that no one thought were ever possible. I'm a mid runner. I'm 1590 something right now, 1594, I think. And I get a sub 10 like once a day. That's insane. Sub 10 was once like the barrier. Sub 10 used obviously this is ranked, so like nothing fucking matters. But like RSG world record used to be like, oh, sub 10, probably that's where it'll stop. Or like I don't know if sub 10's even possible. Like you'd have to get so lucky and like you'd have to play it so well. But we've gotten to the point, we've developed the strategies, like we've developed the ideas, the like methodologies that mean that me, some bum ass child, can fucking sub 10 every day. That's insane. Like, obviously in rank. So obviously not RSG, because those are two different games. But they're comparable in this sense. They're comparable in the sense that what used to be the limits of RSG is a daily in ranked, and that's insane. Like that's the cool part about this community is that we keep reaching new limits and we keep pushing this game as far as we possibly can, and we just keep fucking going because we're awesome, and that's sick as fuck. And the fact we're diminishing MCSR's like coolness I don't know how to say this. Coolness, I guess, is what I'll say. To rolling a dice once in a while is insane. It's insane because how do you exist in this community and think that with a genuine with a genuine like genuine just genuinely at all? Like how do you think that? I don't understand. Like maybe I'm reading into something wrong. Maybe this is the consensus. Maybe everyone thinks that when Infium didn't get a Woodlight, they were all on the edge of their seats. I was gonna talk about that. Holy shit. Can we talk about how Infium lost a playoffs match by like several minutes? He just lost a minute whatever in the world. A minute 30 in the overworld, and we're still talking about this like it's interesting. That was the most boring playoff match I've ever watched. I couldn't tell you what happened. I think I clicked off. I think I genuinely clicked off once I saw the timer like pick up to whatever the fuck, 3 minutes or something. Because I was like, it just doesn't matter. Like, Dugal would have to like be shot dead, or whoever was. Dude, I'm stupid as hell. Um, like no, Intium would have to like shoot his opponent on sight to be able to make back the time. Who was it? Was it Skycrab? Yo, am I dumb as fuck? I don't remember. But like that match was boring as hell. It was not interesting at all. I clicked off. In this is like in the last year, not as much recently because I've been fucking busy though. But in the last year, I watched like 2025. I watched 5, 6. I don't know. I have no idea how many hours, 1,000 hours of Twitch. The amount of times I'd see like a runner load into a woodlight seed, start woodlighting, like 30 seconds go by, their opponent's entered already, like another 10 seconds go, I just click off because like there's no point watching this game because their opponent has to just die, and that's not fun. Like it's not fun gameplay when what you're banking on is death. Like you can't mechanically make up 40 seconds at a top level. Sure, there's some decisions that could get you that, but everyone's decision making at the top level is good enough to not lose 40 seconds. It's just mind-numbingly boring. And don't even and Perch as well. I haven't even talked about Perch yet. Perch is weird. It doesn't really affect me that much. My elo and higher, and and lower than me as well. Honestly, people are zeroing in like 800 now. But the point is that like it's not that comp. Almost always when I'm entering the end, I'm entering with the intention to zero cycle, whether or not it's successful. Don't look at my end death right, bro. That shit's traumatic. Um, but there's some seeds, it's just not possible, period. If you get 2-beta 1 anchor from the Bastion, you get 2-beta 1 anchor from the Bastion. Like, you just can't play around that. You can't zero on it. It's not like it's a skill check anymore. Because a lot of the time the argument is like you enter ahead, or like if you enter behind, you can still zero to win, right? But you just can't. Like it's just not possible. So the person that enters ahead is sometimes just punished because I don't know. It's charming to some people. And I understand. And I think like a lot of the time another response to this is that like but like it's hard and like we don't want to make Redline work too much. And I love Redline. Redline's so cool. Ranked is awesome. I'm so glad that we get updates literally ever because like it's crazy how much better this game is now than like season 5 when I started. Um, but the fact there's nothing, not even like a band-aid on this, and it's like, in my opinion, the most important issue, period. In all of rank, this is the most important thing that needs to be solved as soon as possible in whatever way. I guess like also this one is pretty easy, but I don't know. Again, I'm dumb as fuck when it comes to technical stuff. But like replacing or removing zombie spawners, in my opinion, should have happened a while ago because it's an identical spike, and sometimes you lose to. This is the stupidest phrase of all time. I hate this phrase, but I'm gonna use it because it's technically correct here. Brain RNG. You lose to brain RNG because it's whether you scan left to right and then get the spike for a zombie spawner, or you scan, or wait, I said left to right, and then went right to left. Or you scan left to right, and then you get the spike for PR and not the zombie spawner. And it's just RNG, and it punishes people who know their spikes. Because if you know that, like, I know my PR spike chest in front is whatever the fuck, is identical to my zombie spawner. Like, I'm punished because I'm like, my additional knowledge that I went out of my way to memorize is working against me in the fact that like a player that doesn't know their spikes could just be like, oh, weird. That looks like the shape. I guess it's not that. Before the player that knows their spikes will decommit. Because the player that knows their spikes knows that should be a portal room there. And not fucking zombie spawner. And sometimes you assume incorrectly. Sometimes you know your spikes and you're like, okay, well, I guess that has to be a zombie spawner because like I can't find a way to get there. And then it's just not. And then the other thing is a zombie spawner. Like it's just again, it's just not interesting. And what's crazy to me too is that it's just like more impressive to how hard people stand on business. We saw two of these happen in playoffs. Like we saw Infume get that crazy woodlight and then EDCR lose to Steez against Steez to a zombie spawner, and everyone's still like no one's opinion has changed. You saw the greatest players in the world fall victim to this, and people were and you were like, meh, no, I like it when my game has a little bit of luck mixed into it. And I think the best way to put it, like for my argument, is that imagine if ranked like if Minecraft never existed, and if Redlime like coded what we know Minecraft as, and then made ranked on top of that, and like it's like cool, like we have this cube game, and also on some seeds you roll a dice to enter the Nether, and if you roll below a certain number, well, good luck sitting in the overworld for a minute and a half. Like that's insane game design. And at the end of the match, there can also just be a like if you get a random number generator that has like 180 seconds on it. Obviously, it's not at all how this works, but like the idea is that like the idea is the same. If you have a 180 like random number generator from 0 to 180, and then you just roll lower than your opponent, you just lose, despite you playing the game better. Cool. No. That'd be a shit game mechanic. That'd be shit game design. No one would, like, people would play the game. Probably. I don't even know. Because, like, what do you do against that? Because it's just so boring. It's just terrible game design. But because it exists in the base of ranked in Minecraft, which isn't ranked, Minecraft isn't ranked, but is very similar to in some ways, like is based off of obviously. Because of that fact, we can't get rid of it because it's just too charming. I mean, aren't you wowed? Aren't you wooed by the fact that you can lose matches by 2 minutes? Or the fact that you can play matches better by 2 minutes and then lose just because? It's insane. And it just should be the #1 priority of ranked. And I feel like it should have been the #1 priority of ranked the whole time ranked has existed, and nothing has been done about it. And I'm not hating on Redlime. Bro is one guy doing his best, and I really, really admire that. But come on. Like, I don't know who decides what needs to be updated, but can we maybe throw into the mix the worst game mechanic that we have? Like, this is such a terrible, like, it's just such a bad situation because ranked is growing so much, and that's so cool. But people will watch playoffs and see the greatest player of all time, not honestly of all time. Fuck it, whatever I'm saying. Infume's the greatest of all time. Watching the greatest player of all time lose the match because he's less lucky. That's insane. Like, imagine you're watching any major anything. Imagine you're watching, like, I don't know, I don't watch anything else except for, like, sports. You're watching the Super Bowl, and the coin toss isn't who gets the ball first, or, like, decisions between sides and ball. The coin toss is fucking who starts with 15 points. Like, who starts with fucking, who starts with 5 field goals. It's just, it's not, it's so bad. It's just, there's a reason nothing like this exists anywhere else that I know of, at least. I don't know. If this does, that'd be really funny, but I just can't think of anything. I don't know. Standardization is, I think, the most important thing for ranked going forward. I want ranked to grow. I want to be really good at ranked. And when I'm good at ranked, I don't want myself to face the same issues that Infume does now and that EDCR does now with one eyes and woodlights and perches and a whole lot of other stuff. I don't know. That was I don't know. I said a lot of words. I said like and a lot. But yeah, that's what I think about standardization. I hope at some point soon something is done. Ultimately, I don't think it is, unless there's a big, like, not even shift. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people hate it. I just don't think a lot of people are vocal or don't love. Like, I don't think a lot of people are for keeping any of these things. But I don't think anybody is really that vocal about it, and I do think that's a problem, and is probably why nothing is being done. Um, but yeah, I fucked up every single zero setup I've done, and I've done like 3. Dog shit. That's me. I've been Cobblestone. Hi. Or bye.